Good morning, students. Welcome back to the Geometry Online session. In this session, we are going to learn Practice Set 3.5. Now, before starting with Practice Set, let's first understand the meaning of similar figures. Now, here I have shown you two figures. If I place one figure on the other, you will see that the shape of these figures are same but the size is different. So such type of figures which have same shape but different size are called as similar figures. And if that figure is triangles, then you can say that these triangles are similar triangles. Okay. Now this similarity is shown by this symbol. Now let's try to understand the conditions for the similarity. Now here vertex A corresponds to vertex P, vertex B corresponds to vertex Q, and vertex C corresponds to vertex R. So we have two conditions. First condition, their corresponding angles are congruent, and second condition, their corresponding sides are in the same proportion. Then only we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Now let's see the first condition. Angle A corresponds to angle P. So we have to write angle A is congruent to angle P. Angle B is congruent to angle Q. And angle C is congruent to angle R. First condition we fulfill. Now let's see the second condition, in which we have to find the proportion of corresponding sides. That means AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. If you get this, then also we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Now let's start with practice set. Now the question is, if triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN, write the corresponding angles of the two triangles and also write the ratios of corresponding sides. So here what is the correspondence given? Vertex X corresponds to vertex L, vertex Y corresponds to vertex M, and vertex Z corresponds to vertex N. So accordingly you will write the corresponding angles and corresponding sides. So let's start with the solution. Triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN. It is given to us. So we can write here angle X is congruent to angle L, angle Y is congruent to angle M, and angle Z is congruent to angle N. Reason you will write as corresponding angles of similar triangles. Now similarly we have to find the ratio of corresponding sides. So what will be the ratio? Yes, XY upon LM, that is equal to YZ upon MN, that is equal to XZ upon LN. Reason again you will write as corresponding sides of similar triangles. So this was the answer for this question. Now let's move on to the second question. In triangle XYZ, XY is equal to 4 cm, YZ is equal to 6 cm, XZ is equal to 5 cm. If triangle XYZ is similar to triangle PQR and PQ is equal to 8 cm, then find the lengths of remaining sides of triangle PQR. Now here the lengths of sides of one triangle is given to you and you have to find the remaining sides of the other triangle. Now let's start with the solution. First one, triangle XYZ is similar to triangle PQR. It is given to us. Therefore, their corresponding sides must be in the same ratio. So we can write here XY upon PQ is equal to YZ upon QR, that is equal to XZ upon PR. Reason you will write as corresponding sides of similar triangles. Now let's substitute the values here. XY is 4 and PQ is 8. So you will get 4 upon 8, that is equal to 6 upon QR, that is equal to 5 upon PR. Now to find out the length of QR, we have to consider first two ratios. So you will get 4 upon 8, that is equal to 6 upon QR. Now by cross multiplying we have QR is equal to 6 into 8 upon 4, that is equal to 12 centimeters. So we got the value of QR. Now let's find the value of PR. For that we have to consider these two ratios, 4 upon 8, that is equal to 5 upon PR. Now cross multiply this, you will get PR is equal to 5 into 8 upon 4, that is equal to 10 centimeter. So your final answer will be QR is equal to 12 centimeter and PR is equal to 10 centimeter. Now let's move on to the next sum. Draw a sketch of a pair of similar triangles. Label them. Show their corresponding angles by the same signs. Show the lengths of corresponding sides by the number in proportion. So here you have to draw two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Now this corresponding angles you have to show by similar sign, same sign. So here angle A and angle P, these are the corresponding angles. So you have to use the same sign. Then angle B and angle Q, these are the corresponding angles. Angle C and angle R, there you have to use the same sign. Now you have to write the lengths of corresponding sides. So here if you consider AB as 2 and PQ as 1, what ratio you will get here? Yes, 2 upon 1. So the remaining sides also you will have to get the ratio as 2 upon 1. So BC is 4 and QR is 2. So your ratio is 4 upon 2. If you reduce this ratio to the simplest form, you will get 2 upon 1. Your AC is 6 and PR is 3. Then you will get the ratio as 6 upon 3. That is nothing but 2 upon 1. So all the ratios of corresponding side are having the value as 2 upon 1. So you will say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So I hope you have understood all these sums. With this we have completed practice set 3.5. Now before moving on to the assignment, let's first summarize the whole lesson here. So in the beginning we have learned the theorem of report interior angles of a triangle. The statement is the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angle. So here in this figure, if you consider angle PRS as exterior angle of triangle PQR, you can say that angle PRS is equal to angle PQR plus angle QPR. Yes, after that we have seen the property of an exterior angle of a triangle, which states that an exterior angle of a triangle is greater than its remote interior angle. So here angle PRS is an exterior angle of triangle PQR. So you can say that angle PRS is greater than angle P. This angle is also greater than angle Q. This is property of an exterior angle of triangle. Now after that we have learned the congruence of triangles. Now what is the meaning of congruency? If a triangle placed upon another triangle fits exactly with it, then the two triangles are said to be congruent. So here if I place triangle ABC on triangle PQR, if it fits exactly with each other, then we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. After that we have seen that to show the congruency between any two triangles, we have to show that the corresponding sides of these two triangles and corresponding angles should be congruent. Therefore, in this triangle ABC and triangle PQR, first we have to find the correspondence. So here, what is correspondence? Vertex A corresponds to vertex P, vertex B corresponds to vertex Q, and vertex C corresponds to vertex R. So we can say that side AB is congruent to side PQ, side BC is congruent to side QR, and side AC is congruent to side PR. Similarly, the corresponding angles will be congruent. So angle A is congruent to angle P, angle B is congruent to angle Q, and angle C is congruent to angle R. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, and this symbol is we use to show the congruency between the triangle. Okay. After that, we have seen the different test for congruency of two triangles. The first test was angle side angle test. In this test, two corresponding angles and one corresponding side included between these two angles is congruent. Then the two triangles are congruent. Then we have seen the side angle side test. In this test, two corresponding sides and one corresponding angle included between the two sides is congruent. In third test, we have seen the side test. That is, if all the three corresponding sides of two triangles are congruent, we can say that the two triangles are congruent. In the fourth test, we have seen side angle test. The two corresponding angles and a non-included side is congruent. The last one, hypotenuse side test. This test is used only for the right angle triangles. In this test, if the hypotenuse and the corresponding side of two triangles is congruent, then the two triangles are congruent. Okay. After that, we have seen the isosceles triangle theorem, which states that if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. Then we have learned the 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree theorem, which states that if the acute angles of a right angle triangle are 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, then the length of side opposite to 30 degree angle is half of a hypotenuse, and the length of side opposite to 60 degree angle is √3/2 hypotenuse. Okay, this property is known as 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree theorem. After that, we have learned the 45 degree, 90 degree theorem. If acute angles of a right angle triangles are 45 degree, 90 degree, then the length of each side containing the right angle is 1/√2 hypotenuse. This property is known as 45 degree, 90 degree theorem. After that, we have learned the property of median drawn on the hypotenuse of right angle triangle, which states that in a right angle triangle, the length of the median of the hypotenuse is half the length of hypotenuse. Then we have learned the perpendicular bisector theorem. Now this theorem we have learned in two parts. Part 1, every point on the perpendicular bisector of a segment is equidistant from the end points of the segment. So in this figure, in triangle APB, if line L is the perpendicular bisector of seg AB, then we can say that PA is equal to PB. Part 2 states that any point equidistant from the endpoints of a segment lies on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. That means if line PA is equal to PB, we can say that point P lies on the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Okay. After that, we have learned the angle bisector theorem. This theorem also we have learned in two parts. Part 1, every point on the bisector of an angle is equidistant from the sides of the angle. Now in angle PQR, P side ray PQP and ray QR, these are the two sides of this angle. Therefore, AB will be equal to AC. In part 2, any point equidistant from sides of an angle is on the bisector of the angle. That means if you have AB is equal to AC, we can say that point A lies on the bisector of angle PQR. Okay. After that, we have learned the property of inequalities of sides and angles of a triangle. This property, the statement is, if two sides of a triangle are unequal, then the angle opposite to the greater side is greater than the angle opposite to the smaller side. So here if the triangle is having two sides unequal, then you can say that in triangle XYZ, side XZ is greater than side XY, then the angles opposite to them are angle XYZ is greater than angle XZY. Okay. The second theorem is if two angles of a triangle are unequal, then the side opposite to the greater angle is greater than the side opposite to the smaller angle. That means in triangle XYZ, angle XYZ is greater than angle XZY. Then you can say that side XZ is greater than side XY. Okay. So this was the summary of this lesson. Now in this lesson only one theorem you have to prove, that is first theorem, remote interior angles theorem. Rest all you have to remember only the statement of those theorems. Okay. Now let's move on to the last part of this session, that is assignment. Here I have given you one question. If triangle EFG is similar to triangle STU, write the corresponding angles of the two triangles and also write the ratio of corresponding sides. So with this we will end this session here. Thanks for watching this video.